Our holiday started on the 3rd of June, leaving Melbourne, and finished on the 26th of June. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Our first stop is Mildura, and the next day we had a look around town before we continued to Broken Hill via Wentworth. It's okay, Nelly. Neem je... Ja, is oké. Komt er toch niet op, denk ik. Wat?
Dikke niet. Ja? 12 months hard labor test. Shackled to this stone if they attempted escape from hard labor cleaning the town street. In summer heat, the treated palm tree head was issued to the prisoner on the stone.
Broken hill from a high point. The phases of the mining are very clearly seen, and it is a very, very interesting city. We were in a way fortunate to come in on the weekend because it was nice and quiet everywhere. Probably it will be quiet during the week as well because it is, of course, a small city with approximately 26,000 people. But for looking around, the weekend is, of course, much easier getting around and not much of a crowd. Here we are spending 2 days in the Hilltop Motel, one of the flag inns we're using on this tour.
When the old mine dumps at the rear are removed, it will be converted. The steelhead frame was constructed in 1932. It's the main operating shaft of South Glen Mine. known as a welcome, also painted in aqua green. This was placed there, March 1954, to the visit of Queen Elizabeth II. The silver indicating our war, and the aqua green was the colour of the dress she wore that day. It was being constructed. In future years, we believe that Broken Hill will be an inland freight airport. All overseas aircraft, freighters will land here, rail and truck.
This is... oh, yeah, yeah.
To use short landing and takeoff areas in the bush. The second requirement is a large cabin capable of carrying up to, say, 8 people, including the stretchers. The third requirement is a large access door to allow easy loading and unloading of the patient. In the past, this has always been a problem. The fourth requirement is the cruising speed, but this is not a major consideration. In choosing this aircraft, we also have to look at its capabilities at night. We operate onto country airstrips with unlighted foreground, and the slower the approach speed and the steeper the angle onto these strips, the more safe is the operation. The Nomad was chosen by the New South Wales section because it embodies most of the features that we were looking for. Secondly, it was designed and built in Australia for Australian conditions, and we will have no problem of backup facilities for it in the future.
You enjoy flying?
I'll let you know.
Good morning, this is Dr. Cornish on air from Mike Foxtrot for the early morning medicals. Calling HUZ Clipper, are you receiving me? Over. We do radio medicals every day of the week. At 8 o'clock in the morning and again at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Got that, thank you. Can you tell me, is the patient vomiting at all? This is Dr. Cornish calling HYC in Aminka. Each of the homestays has its own medical chest, and there are about 100 items in it. They're all numbered to help prevent mistakes when you provide a certain drug or course of treatment. It's always kept locked, by the way, unless it's necessary to use it. I'd just like you to keep on with the tablets that I've prescribed. That is number 124, 4 times daily for the full week. There's no need to phone me again unless you're worried about something. Over.
Will you just take off your glasses for me now? No, sir. Very good. That's it. You lie back and just look up at the ceiling for me, all right?
We hold clinics at some of the homesteads as well as at some of the hospitals with no permanent doctor, like Ivanhoe, Vulcania, and Tippaborough.
Mr. Ellis, you're not to be worried about this. You've had an electrocardiograph before, haven't you? Yes. Right, we're using a different technique here. We're taking the tracing of your heart, it's going into the cardiophone machine, and it's then relayed into the telephone, and it's going to Broken Hill Hospital, the intensive care unit. It'll appear on their monitor there, and we'll have a physician standing by to give us an immediate report. And we'll just get the machine started. 3 years ago. And in view of your findings this time, I think it'd probably be a good idea if we repeat the trace in, what would you say, about 6 days? And we'll get some blood tests off you.
Here's for the town.
Understanding. Thank you very much.
Miss Lily? Matron's invited us for morning tea. She always does. Clinics are the next best thing to Outback Hospital and having a resident doctor. Some of our work is with
approximately 25 kilometers from Broken Hill. It was a very prosperous mining town, but now it is, as said before, a ghost town. Look at the school, but unfortunately it was not light enough to film inside. On our way to Kobar, we stopped for a minute in Vulcania. And outside, in a very peaceful setting, we had a nice cup of tea.
Nee, het valt erg mee. Ze zijn weer wat afgewassen, denk ik. Met die regen. De filmster. Dijnen.
Our motel in Kobar.
We are still in Kobar, and this is one of the notable buildings, the Catholic Church in Prince Street, which was built in 1905. This is Barton Street, and the courthouse is next door. The police station, what was built in 1882. Also one of the landmarks, the Great Western Hotel, built in 1898. On the way out of town, this marker of Campbell, Haasman, Jip and the Bull Goal. In front of the mining area, what you can see in the background. Logical Museum was unfortunately closed, but it is quite a nice building. A few of the copper mine area, but which is not used anymore. The ore blocks situated in front of the Technological Museum.
And Melly here is waiting patiently in the car until I finish the filming.
Ja, hij is aan het brommen en ik zie rode lichtjes. Maar ik zeg, je zit helemaal niet op.
Melly is trying here some filming, and slowly she's getting the hang of it. This is on our way to Tenterfield.
Ja, maar dan is het alleen maar je bovenlijf.
Just outside Tamworth, about 12 kilometers, He's standing now on the lookout. The Mumbi lookout. Stop before we get to Brisbane. And this is St. Mary's Hall, what was built in 1867. Tenterville Railway Station was built in 1886, and the station was one of the last of its type to be built in New South Wales. There are no trains anymore in Tenterville, so it is only now a building for the visitor. Trying here one of the old steel petrol driven repair carriages.
Yeah. He is out waiting on the train, for the train.
Dat wordt never done. Dat komt niet lang op mij.
Oké, nou, dan gaat er even terug. Hier is de stop, hè? Erboven. Nee, ik zoek het. Ik zoek het. Waar is het uit?
Zo, je legt het uit en dan stop. Als je door het dingetje in hebt.
Ja, maar ik kan het.
Now we're getting quite a few good shots. It was on a side track, just off the beaten track from Tenterfield to Brisbane.
Ja, maar toch lekker. Heb je weer een goudblok? We hebben nog een heel broodje hoor.
Just outside Brisbane, we stopped for some coffee and we had some feathered friends visiting us and asking for a bite. And the reason we are coming to Brisbane for Expo 1988. It was quite a crowd at about 10 o'clock in the morning, but the weather was beautiful, and when the gates were open, everything went quite fast. Our first intention was to go to the monorail and have a drive around the whole of the expo and get a bird's eye view van what is happening.
You will see the Australian Pavilion. If you notice the galvanised iron represents the sloping wave. And this is for those who are new to Expo. We are now going through the Queensland Pavilion. Queensland Pavilion to the left-hand side of the skyline, you will see the amphitheatre. Underway at the moment stands north, followed by Malcolm X College, Young Queenslanders Island at 12 o'clock. Passing over the South Pacific Lagoon. Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen, we now approaching the South Station. If you wish to depart, the doors will open automatically on arrival. However, you may remain seated to complete your cabin ride back to the station. Thank you. attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We are now approaching the North Station. This is the completion of your circuit ride. For the benefit of other guests, please clear the skyline on arrival. I repeat, you must exit at this station. Thank you for riding the Fox's Monorail. Fox's Lager is Australia's biggest selling beer. Well, I hope you have a very pleasant day today here at World Expo 88. Thank you.
We were just in time to see the lunchtime parade. Very colorful and quite amusing. Guitar in the Japanese Technical Pavilion. Here we are in the China Pavilion. The Polynesian exhibition.
Can that be stretched up a bit more, about another 3 or 4 inches? Right. Right now. Oh, yes. Take it up.
Singapore. What about some satay? That's nice. We are now in the gondolas of the Switzerland Pavilion.
Daar hebben dingen zitten staan, vind ik fancy, maar daar kan je wel heel
Zie je de tafel ook hier niet meer doorheen. Ja, kijk, zijn we daar ook in gelegd. Ja.
Nice to see you all here. Welcome to our part of Expo. This is called Wise Follies. As the lady already told you, my name is Shirley Temple, commonly known as Wayne Williams. I'm your content this afternoon. I just thought I'd step out the front, just have a chat to you and let you know about what is about to be presented to you. Did you see a bloke out here with a suitcase before? They've been looking for him. He belongs to some people down the way there. Dreadful bloke, I tell you. All right, a couple of things we're going to tell you. We've got the world high divers. Keep your eyes on those towers and the boards. We've got the synchronised swimmers from around the world. These are ladies that, well, probably haven't really been seen before in Australia, and this is the synchronised swimming type team. We've got the Aquacade dance troupe. This is a dance troupe that we've come to Australia for. We put them together and they'll be doing their stuff on the stage as well. What about this pool? Absolutely fantastic. 875,000 litres of water have gone into there. And every morning at 1 a.m. I come in, I check the chemicals, I do all the scrubbing, the vacuuming, I do around all the edges as well. Would you buy a used car off this man? No, I didn't think you would either. Oh, look, during the show, we'll just get things friendly here. Can I get you mob here to turn to these other two mobs and say, hello, how are you? After three. 1, 2, 3. Now you two turn back and say, mind your own bloody business, all right? During the end of the show, I might get you to say something for me. You can be happy, you can be birthday, and you can be Australia, all right? Can we just do that after 3? 1, 2, 3. All right, now at the end, towards the end of the show, I'm going to be doing something here, and I'll do this. I might do this. That's when I'll get you to go. All right, we'll try that later in the show. You're the guinea pigs for this. I haven't done this before, so we'll try that. Now, all about this pool, let me tell you, this is the exact replica of Russ Hins's spa bar. Mate, laugh at that, but it's very true. Okay. I want you to concentrate on the story. It's based on Mutiny on the Bounty, the very, very early days of Australia. I play William Ryan. I'll be taking you through the story right to the very end. Apart from doing that for me, we'll get you to sing along and clap along, maybe take your clothes off, whatever you want to do. All right? Have a good time. Long and good and evil, like Marlon Brando, Harold Flynn, Mel Gibson, or Clark Gable. I thought that when I took this job, I could play Fletcher C, but they told me with my kind of face, I was much for me. A better I was me. So Fletcher Christian had a plan to overthrow my rank. He organized a mutiny and made me walk the plank. With blood and gore and Lordy, it was fun. Lordy, And when the smoke had finally cleared, our Christian was a sweetie. He set me loose in a tiny boat. Well, he went to Tahiti. Beautiful girls and coconuts and sit-bar cruises and... Oh, boy. Hello, sailor. We welcome our white brothers from the bounty here. Hey, you men been at sea many moons, and we have many beautiful maidens here. But we have saying here in Tahiti, okay, looky, but no nookie nook. Okay, that's how it gets bigger. Now you people in the middle here, you like either dive, you cut big. That's good. Okay, now you people, why am I standing in the bloody water? Don't ask me why. Good. Now you people over here. You like Dave with my voice, you clap big. We like here. Okay. Huh? Good. Yeah, not bad that guy there. Huh? There's a caravan that's joined the crew, passing customs. A dingo comes along out of the blue. Beautiful. Oh, it's time to have ourselves a great big party. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're gonna make it last the next 200 years. Have a good time. Celebration. Get together, feel real fine. It's time. Happy birthday to you. 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 Put your hands together, it's okay. Why do you got your hands together? Help us stand. The Marion Kane swimmers from around the world. 100 national and international titles for Sweden. We thank the girls for being with us here today at World Expo. Thank you, ladies. Give some love and Harry from Australia. Be proud of it. These are the applique dancers. Thank you, girls and boys. Yeah. What would a show like this be without our fabulous divers? World champion high diver in aquatic comedian, that's Mickey Starr. And how about a nice round of applause? Dark up here, Mike Williams. Watch this. You've been watching Dry Stories here at World Expo. Thanks for coming in to see us. Have a great day out there. Bye. Who put the Alma Seltzer in the water? They do it all the time, I tell you. 7 days a week, come back and champion. If you enjoyed the show, come back and see us. Tell your friends. In the meantime, have a great time out there. We're very, very proud of our Expo World. On behalf of Mike Williams and good afternoon, everybody.
Entering one of the Queensland pavilions.
Zo mooi gedaan, hè?
Let us take you there now, via our transporter tunnel. Like islands and exquisite resort facilities.
You're a tourist from Maya, and you can't get Queensland. Good sunlight to see that. History shot from the
Focus, canal is huge.
Join me in a company. I've been flat out all day steering on one of the biggest stations in Australia.
Call that yakka. I must have bought in a couple of days when you went on dinner. Queensland produces more than half of Australia's export meat. That's real private production.
Garbage. Queensland food and veggie farmers really keep the nation in tucker. If it wasn't for us, the poor son wouldn't get so much as a fresh carrot all winter through.
Yeah? I cut sugarcane. And that's Queensland's real export crop. We grow 95% of Australia's sugarcane right here. Hey, if you're sharp, mine's are right.
the China Pavilion. We'll try to get in. This is the queue for the New Zealand Pavilion. Pas op, nee.
Whom she named Maui Mua, Maui Roto, Maui Taha, and Maui Pai. Much later, she begat another son who was still born. She wrapped her son's body painstakingly in her hair. And floated him out to sea and watched him disappear, carried by the waves. From the inmost recesses of her being, she brought forth her club to speed her son's journey across the sea. And crooned gentle lullabies to him in his mother's top-knot cocoon. It was during this time when he wasn't alive, as we know life, nor was he dead, as we know death, that hope to be nourished by his grandmother, Mulidama Fenua. From the time he could speak, Maui was trained in both Kauairau, the knowledge of the lower jaw, and in the Kauairunga, the knowledge of the upper jaw. Of the Māori, like the Manuik Te Rangi.
Hinga te rangi, toko mai tūki tōna pāi pā, whāno, hare mai te toke, hauni e, hui e, tai ki e. Tēnei tautawa, karite, o te pi, tautata te ri, te ruhai, ia, o rangi nui hera tua.
Here we're coming out the final exit of the New Zealand Pavilion.
photo taken with you?
Just wait a minute. The owners in California, Alaska and Hawaii is still trying to get into the USA pavilion.
I'm tall enough to do
Stripes on the American calendar. Sports pavilion.
Dit is Reina Isabel La Católica. This is where Expo 92 in Barcelona will be held. This is again area for the Olympics 1992. Cologne.
It's coming up now.
Slow old cutie.
2 meters, 3 meters.
Yes, move. Oh, you walk on this way, right?
get it.
All right, Kangaroo.
Kick it, you know, kick it now.
The houses. What would it take you for?
Broke off on the right.
Why would you be embarrassed? For what?
Sorry.
You haven't seen yourself yet on video, so
I say it's standing that's nearly its highest point, but still it's standing behind you. And what I like from here is that the sun comes up so much earlier than it comes up our way, you see. Now,
I didn't think it was in paper. How do you like the steak?
but barbecue I like it as it comes.
I like it a bit shriveled.
A bit what?
A bit shriveled.
A bit like me.
But am I not allowed to walk there?
You can walk where you want, Mom.
Oh,
Yeah, therefore I said tomorrow night.
Look at all these silly people on the camera.
but you can't act natural when you know you're being
Yeah, man,
filmed.
cool.
That's
Oh,
the
I
trouble.
can eat natural, hoor.
Can you?
Die cake met en die dekte. Dat wilde die grote vader weg. We're going to the Canada Pavilion. The people moving is still the queue for the Canadian Pavilion. A few of the shops. Yeah.
Now Randy Gregg will bring it out. Gregg to Gretzky. Gretzky working his magic across the Canadiens' blue line. Gretzky back to Messier. Messier winds up, he shoots, he scores! A big shot over the glove.
Bringing it back, I think.
That's what I saw.
Pavilion is a very long queue with the USSR. Let's have a look at this queue. But we will be brave as long as our feet can stand it. Taken up in the USSR pavilion. The icons.
gems of old Russian art. The cells of the old city of Sultan, facing the National Strip, effectively approaching the brick, fired everyone with violent
the Troika, and we are walking along the riverbank now.
Proper craft.
Een foto nemen weer van je. Oh, ik dacht je dit bedoelde. Skyline of the city of Brisbane. The noise you are hearing is one of the small hovercrafts we're having here right on the Brisbane River. One of the paddle steamers on the river is taking the tourists for a joyride. This will be our next visit, Republic of Germany. It is only because of
all the things.
you see now, in the left-hand corner is the British Pavilion.
Hello everyone, do you have a nice time? Sure, thanks for trying. Does anyone else down here?
That was Nelly's voice.
What about you? Okay,
What you
group
could
here,
hear.
so who can whistle the loudest?
It responded with the frequency
Oh, listen, the
on
man
this
can whistle.
fountain.
How about that?
You can listen to the music and see the difference in the fountain. That is why it is called the music fountain.
Oh, at first it's very expensive, isn't it? Dry meringue.
In the French Pavilion.
The depths of the lagoon where there is little life here. But it was a French. Today, our visitors from all over the world. Ambiance. It is a tropical. Vive la différence.
Cái trà ấy trời ơi, rất ngon. Trà nhâm nhức tặng. Cái tên này tặng lại.
The last picture I've seen are from New Caledonia.
pavilion to show a restaurant, street, futuristic walkway near the Brisbane River on the side of the USA Pavilion. This is the face painting, especially for children.
And I'll go later.
We are here now in the Japanese pavilion with robot dragon lionesses. Japan.
I'm Hutch, the carpenter, and this is my hometown, Edo. It's been here for over 200 years. Now that's round about when your country, Australia, was first settled. Nowadays, they call my Edo Tokyo. Real convenient, isn't it? In front, there's a telecoya, equivalent to today's primary school. And we've got all sorts of different people living here. You've got a barber, and there, up at the end, there's a well. What's going on? On summer nights, we play shogi. That's Japanese chess. The barber fixes our hairdos, and there's gossip to keep us all busy. Look, I reckon it's the same all over the world. It's about time I had me kit. Look, I'll see you.
It is still in the Japan Pavilion, and it is the Shiko-Ohashi Bridge. Total length is 12.3 kilometers.
Japan and its pride when modern transportation methods such as automobiles and trains were unknown in
leaving the Japanese pavilion. Expo Tower. Crowd still milling around. It's about 4 p.m. on our third day, and we are slowly making our way to the exit.
Does it ring a bell?
Approaching the South Station. If you wish to depart, the exit doors will open automatically on arrival. However, you may remain seated to complete your circuit right at North Station.
Step back.
clear to the left pole. The arrival at Skyride will not be taking on passengers.
Je zou meer naar beneden kunnen.
Niet met licht, nee.
De dingen verlicht die uit.
Ja.
Your attention please, ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching the North Station. This is the completion of your circuit ride. For the benefit of the other guests, please clear the sky ride on arrival. I repeat, you must clear the sky ride. Thank you for riding the Iberian Airlines of Spain monorail. Please remember to collect your belongings and remain seated until the sky ride has stopped. Thank you.
Ja. De Ries.
Nee, die is al bepaald. Die is helemaal boven verlicht.
The map of the expo. The exit, this array of fountains, giving you really a full farewell of the expo. And the robot.
This way, I get to meet you. If you look into my eye.
Out of the expo now. Met with another robot. To expo on the 14th of June at 1700 hours and 14 minutes. Goodbye. It's the Byron Bay Lighthouse, as we stayed last night in Byron Bay. The weather changed dramatically. First, we had beautiful weather arriving here, but last night we had thunder and rain, and now it is still raining. View from the lookout near the light tower towards Byron Bay. That's okay. Ik zat nog mee. Grim weather coming down from the south, so we can expect very shortly some more heavy party. 8 o'clock in the morning. Very, very dark looking sky. It has been raining continuously during the night and in the early morning. So that's the reason I take a few shots here now from the balcony of the motel. Otherwise I might not get a chance at all if it starts pouring again. The forecast for today is not too good either. Rain, but slowly clearing, perhaps. A bit of a shot of the harbor and one of the boats laying alongside the wharf. Port Macquarie. On the way from Port Macquarie to Sydney, we have a rest at O'Sullivan's Gap. Walters Road in Sydney, the house of Jan and Bets Verhulst, is where we stayed for a week and enjoyed not only, of course, the companionship, but we also met all their children and grandchildren during our stay. Now you have seen all the front and sides of the house, and on the right hand side the Mazda in which we traveled all the way to here. It's a bit dirty and have to be cleaned before John is here starting to put the breadcrumbs out for the birds, because they get that as a daily ration. They're coming, still a bit scary, because they probably see me standing here, but probably the hunger will get them down to the place where they can feed. Still don't trust me, because normally they stay on the ground and feed. Now they pick up a breadcrumb and fly off again.
You have margarine here also?
No.
Mum describes it.
Right,
that's her story.
Because there's a slab of butter, a piece of cheese, and a slab of butter, and then the bread's lucky to see daylight.
Oh, don't be rude. Oh, look at this, will you? Look at this.
No.
Oh, look at this.
I'm all over football.
Yeah, you put food in those arms. That's good.
Go on, Josh, now's your time to start. Go on.
Go on, smile.
Go on, smile, Josh, go on. You've always wanted to be a star.
Come on, you're on candid camera.
That's very unusual for him. He usually does do all this. Oh, thank you.
Get the lump out of your trousers. Go on.
That's not very nice.
No, he had his hand in his...
On the video can hear everything, what you say.
That doesn't matter, that doesn't matter.
I didn't say anything.
He's going to fly that to Anya and he's going to say, get your lump out of your trousers. That's going to sound
Got
really
his
nice.
hand in his pocket.
Wait, dat is vanavond. Ja, wat een lange schoen is die gewoon. Zo fijn.
He's into it now. Does Vito or Digger or anybody say when you rang that? They're coming.
Wider.
You can say something also. You haven't got John here. He's usually everything.
John would be right in front of it.
Big food.
John? Who's John?
Ingrid's John.
Oh, Ingrid John.
Who's John? The poser.
Why is it that we always get photographed munching?
Well, it's the next
Because that's good.
thing of the...
Ja, but we are always munching when we are...
Even at the wedding, Fred was shooting everybody with big, bright, big...
Verhulst's clan is known for eating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for Ingrid, but...
They're either playing cards or they're eating.
She's a very... Bigger, don't forget.
No, your left leg.
Moet dat?
No, John.
It's a pity that we can't show it immediately.
Town Hall in Sydney. We just arrived with the train here at Town Hall Station. And we're going to have a look at the Darling Harbour project. A statue here, what is new, what was placed here in 1987, opposite the Queen Victoria building.
This is also at the town hall.
It was often sketched and painted both by Queen Victoria and Sir Edward Nancy, their painting master. His bronze sculpture by Jason Robbins was modeled from a sketch drawn by Queen Victoria 1842. Now, over a century later, Italy is begging, hopefully, for a coin to help deaf and blind children in New South Wales. He did on Blarney Castle Island. Make a wish and cast a phone. I'll through the coin first. I'll touch it now.
Here, and it was opened by Queen Elizabeth II on the 4th of May 1988. And it was the dog of Queen Victoria. This is Druid Street. Corner of Kent and Druid Street, looking at Kent Street towards the bridge. You can see the steep road going up to Victoria Road right to Parramatta. Built. Would be a bit dangerous too, is the speeding traffic. Ja, lief, we kan niet alles tegelijk. Of the Darling Harbour project, and here's one of the cruise boats. Mel is studying here the program and probably the route, so we know where we are going. Middle of the skyline of the city. Apparently a school day too, because hundreds of children are. Nice view from where we're sitting here. The city. City, Chinese building is in the background. Some of the bigger buildings of.
In de bocht zijn leuk in het
Ja.
denk ik. First Fleet is het. Hij is nou bijna bij de First State.
Ja. Here we are in the New South Wales exhibition. It's the Powerhouse Museum, but was converted into a brewery. Of the underpasses is a view of the Darling Harbour development project. It was quite disappointing because there were almost no exhibition open yet. It is probably one of the last shots you can see of Paddy's Market, because according to the newspapers it will be torn down. Looking up George Street towards Central Station. Nog niet. Of June We arrived in Canberra in the afternoon. As the sun was situated in the right position, we filmed this church of St. John the Baptist of the Russian Orthodox Church outside of Russia, situated opposite our Flag Inn motel. This is the unit number 26 we stayed in during our 2-day visit to Canberra. The telecom tower on top of the hill.
She goes high, the Thornton. That's all right.
Got Dan and Dave going in there and whatever.
Disconcerting, really, when it's George Wallace.
This is Smokey Dawson.
I've just been reading.
It is Jeff Rafferty. First peep show and the old flicks.
Good. Well, this is the exit here, but it's still we're going out the main entrance, are we? We're not. And this is the science building of forbidden building.
35 kilometres of shoreline at an average depth of 4 metres, and it runs right through the centre of the city.
And this building here, we're going into in a minute, is kept on slides, the history of Canberra.
The hill is the apex of Walter Burley-Griffin's great triangular composition, which was the basis of his design, awarded first prize in an international competition in 1912. On the southern shore of the lake, Griffin proposed that government buildings should claim the land axis, face north towards the sun and Mount Ainslie, rising up in terraces to a climax on...
Of this water spout that can reach a height of 76 meters. In the background, the tower of the new Parliament building. All this is situated alongside Burley Lake. The bridge across Burley. We're standing in front of the library.
And I think that means land of the parrots. And I think that there is a kangaroo in the tapestry, a blue kangaroo.
The body and the tail of the
and
parrot
above the
is the
shoulder of
kangaroo.
the parrot, there's a
Yeah.
black one.
We are going on a cruise on Burley Lake, but from here a nice view on the new Capitol building. The cruise boat just coming in to land.
Thank you so much. That's kind of you.
Varying size from wet surface. By the lake. Regatta Point Planning Exhibition. This building is a complete layout of the city of Canberra change people of Australia. Looking between these two buildings, we're looking up the broad sweep.
On there. Good
This is a gift from the British government to celebrate Canberra's 50th Jubilee. This bell tower houses 53...
He's going to turn the motor off so you can listen.
This is the bell tower with 53 bells. The only one like this in the world.
Are you in it, Graham?
With the new one behind it.
Have you seen the cowboy? Have you seen the cowboy?
No, not
He
yet.
lost his horse.
This is the National Library. We just got off this and we saw that the Poles and a few Picassos, etc. But there are a lot of paintings we are probably too old for because we still don't understand the squares or the circles or the question marks. And these paintings are worth gallery. We just got out of there and we saw the Poles and some Picassos, etc. And a lot of paintings with squares, circles, stripes, question markers, etc. Worth millions and millions of dollars. We are probably too old for this because we can't see the value really in this. Probably recognize these easily. This is on the front or on the side in Canberra, the courthouse. Here is the courthouse. Here, leaving the museum and art gallery building with some friends we met. Court number 3.
They all have a time season. And in the period they're not sitting more than I mean, it's the winter recess. It's more or less months holiday.
This is court number 2. There's 5 judges.
I think that was a waste of time.
This is very much a grand entrance into the new Parliament House.
1,000 square metres of polished marble floor.
Opportunity later on of seeing one or two details of that because they are quite surprising and quite quirky in their way.
without doubt that the founding fathers of the Australian Federation could have foreseen that their work would be crowned by such a confident expression of Australia's faith in parliamentary democracy. Gathered in Melbourne for the opening of the first session of the first national parliament by my grandfather. It was also on this same day, 1927, that the Provisional Parliament House was opened here in the new capital of Canberra by my father. But it is also a very important day for all the people of Australia. After 87 years of federation, a permanent home has been provided for Parliament, which is both the living expression of that federation and the embodiment of the democratic principles of freedom, equality and justice. Parliamentary democracy is a compelling ideal, but it is a fragile institution. It cannot be imposed, and it is only too easily destroyed. It needs the positive dedication of the people as a whole, and of their elected representatives to make it work. The earliest free settlers brought their ideals of a democratic society with them, and succeeding generations of Australians have inherited those principles and put them to work in what we know as the parliamentary system. We look to those who work here for national security, wise legislation, and fair administration. I'm sure that many members will feel a pang of regret as they leave the old and familiar Parliament House. I have many happy recollections of events in the simple elegance of its halls and chambers. I may say that I am deeply impressed by the speed and skill with which this site has been transformed into such an impressive and functional home for the National Parliament. I had the opportunity to visit the site at an early stage in the construction, and I am delighted to be here today to see it complete. I offer my warmest congratulations to the architects, to the members of the Parliament House Construction Authority, to the contractors and subcontractors, and to the artists and craftspeople whose creative talents enrich the interior, and particularly to Michael Jacamara Nelson, whose mosaic is in the forecourt. Together they have given the whole complex a distinctive Australian character. More than 10,000 men and women can take great pride in the part that they have played in the creation of this symbol of Australian unity and democracy. The laws of the Commonwealth of Australia are enacted in the name of the Queen and the two Houses of Parliament. It is fitting, therefore, and a great pleasure for me to offer my best wishes to all those who will be giving their service to the nation within these walls, and to declare open the new Parliament House of the Commonwealth of Australia.
And so it's been done. The new Parliament House, 10 years in construction, perhaps more than that, 2 decades of thinking, now officially opened on this beautiful autumnal day in Canberra.
Parliament House, and Millie is also going to take a photo as a permanent remembrance. That is taken from the steps of the new Parliament building. The war memorial. Reception hall. And you can get some coffee, tea or other refreshments.
That's better.
Well, this is the end of the tour of the new Parliament House. Very impressive, very big, but a lot of waste of money. This shot is taken from the steps of the War Memorial.
I'll go right in front of you, Bruce.
Yes, you don't.
Converted by an ingenious...
Took a hat from one of our soldiers and did it. Just what how they must have felt, you know, so despairing of everything, you know. And then, here's the casualties here.
Nobody get close enough.
What do you want to take? He doesn't want to take the gun, does he? He wants to have a closer look at it. There's casualties there.
Put the region on the Western Front.
only one that was saved off the...
The telecom communication tower, our last stop. Taken from the telecom tower 870 meters above sea level. And down below you see Canberra, house. View of the satellite towns.